The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to Filmjitsu, the podcast that wields films like deadly weapons. We are your hosts. I am Mike.
And I am Jay.
On this week's episode of Filmjitsu, Jay had to hit the slopes with Hot Dog, the movie.
And the sheets.
You're hitting the sheets, the slopes, all of the stereotypes. We've touched on all of those things by the time this thing's done. Jay's going to tell us all about it. Then we're going to do our bottom 5 movie cliches, play another captivating round of Dueling Double Bill before Jason reveals what film I have to watch for our next episode. But before all that, let's go ahead and roll the trailer for Hot Dog, the movie.
They're fast. They're fun-loving.
Oh, just get out! Out of the way!
They're fearless. They're nuts.
You catching it?
By day, they're the finest hot-dogging, freestyle skiers in the world. By night, they really take chances.
You busy for dinner?
Now that's a girl I can take advantage of.
This is the motion picture comedy that's proud to go downhill fast.
Out of the way!
The movie that defies the forces of gravity, sanity, and good taste. Hot Dog, the movie. It's the fastest, hottest, feet in the air, head in the hot tub comedy of the long, cold winter. So grab your poles and kiss your buns goodbye. It's Hot Dog, the movie.
Jason,
Yeah.
some movies are bad because they fail. Others are bad because they somehow succeed at exactly what they set out to do. This week, we are hitting the slopes with Hot Dog, the movie, an 80s ski comedy that is so full of cliches, I decided to dedicate an entire episode to it. Gravity-defying ski stunts and nonstop partying and enough questionable content to fill an entire ski lodge.
For sure.
So you were the one that was brave enough this week to wax your skis and crack open a cheap beer and find out whether Hot Dog the movie is an overlooked cult classic or just an avalanche of 80s nonsense.
Yeah, I think if you look at any message boards on the internet, you'll see a lot of Gen X bros talking about how great Hot Dog the movie was. And I got to tell you, it's just awful. It's a terrible film. And not to anybody's surprise, really.
Right.
There are good aspects to it. We'll get to it. But I think I want to start out on a personal level first. As I explained on our last episode, I'd once seen at least a little bit of this movie back in 1984 when it came out in the movie theaters, when my mom decided to take 9-year-old me to this film because she thought it was just some foolish comedy. And when you told me this was my next assignment, I think I had estimated that I saw about 20 to 25 minutes of this. Yeah, no, I didn't. I saw maybe 10 minutes max because even though it was 42 years ago, I vividly remember seeing full frontal nudity when the protagonists check into a hotel. Like the lady checking them into the hotel is full on nude. And that left a serious impression on Little Santo, let me tell you.
I bet it did. We need a new segment on the Jitsus at the end of the year where it's just like, and the category is stuff Santo's mom did. And like this year, the award goes to, like last year, the award goes to taking you to see Amityville. This year, the award goes to taking a 9-year-old to see Hot Dog the movie.
10 minutes of Hot Dog the movie and I was out, but still.
That's at least, what, 5% of the film?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's true. So obviously I wasn't expecting this to reach any high bar at all. And what I didn't expect was that about the first 20 or 30 minutes of it, I actually got a little bit invested. I was sort of buying what it was selling. But of course, this thing gradually slid downhill faster than any skier could in the movie. The biggest problem with it is that it's, as you've said, filled with cliches. But you can have a good movie that's filled with tons of cliches. Plenty of entertaining ones are out there that are built like that.
Yeah.
The problem is with this movie, it just mistakes cliches for storytelling. Just full on. So every single character is an archetype. Every plot point is wholly predictable. And almost nobody grows or changes in any meaningful way. So instead of taking familiar ingredients and doing something clever with them, the screenplay just checks things off like a grocery list. So you've got the hard-drinking, wisecracking veteran, the rebellious hitchhiker with attitude, the arrogant European rival, the sexy older woman who has to, quote, inspect all the new talent, the bumbling idiot who somehow qualifies for an elite skiing competition despite barely functioning as a human being, the Asian team member who only speaks Japanese but somehow was played by an actor who couldn't speak Japanese.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Corporate interests rig the competition against the free-spirited Americans. Practical joke revenge plots ensue. Underage sex is treated as a completely normal thing. And a date rape joke somehow made it into the final cut. And of course, the movie ends with this absurd finale, which is a competition where the rules are thrown out so that they can just have this gladiator-style downhill race. That's Hot Dog the movie. It's just cliche, the movie. They're never built upon. They arrive exactly as expected. They perform their assigned function, and then they leave exactly as they entered. That's just the way the cliches all work.
I think maybe it might be an important time to let our audience know, in case they don't know, why the movie is called Hot Dog the movie.
Oh, Hot Dog, yeah.
Because you could take a lot of guesses.
A hot dog is somebody that's really good on the ski slopes.
Right.
They're a hot
showing
dog.
off and like
Showing off.
That's
what the whole movie's about. It's this freestyle.
Hot dogging, baby.
Yeah, freestyle skiing. And you know, for the most part, that's where the movie does succeed from a visual standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like a Warren Miller type film in a lot of ways when it gets into those segments. Unfortunately, those segments, as impressive as they are and as beautifully photographed as they are, stop the momentum of the film dead in its tracks. I don't know if it's just because I'm not into skiing. I don't like skiing. I don't really love watching skiing. I just found it so unbelievably boring. Maybe it's because the rest of the movie had naked people in it, and I was kind of into that.
I was going to say, let me just ask, were there any boobs on the screen during that
Oh my God, this movie, this year is horny Filmjitsu year.
Yeah, it is.
With Blame It on Rio and Bolero and now Hot Dog the movie. Last year, you had to pick Necromantic for best sex scene.
Right.
This year, it's bountiful. There's just so much to choose from. It's actually going to be a challenging
cage match of opportunity. Yeah.
So this is horny Filmjitsu this year. This is no exception. Mm-hmm. This movie is so horny. And it's also slightly disturbing. I mentioned underage sex. I believe the female protagonist of the film, played by Cheryl Smith, says she's 17 years old.
Oh boy.
And gets picked up. She's hitchhiking. She's left home. She gets picked up by Patrick Hauser, who stars as Harkin, the hot dog ski slope all-star.
The hot dog of the hot dogs?
The hot dog of the hot dogs.
All right.
Cheryl Smith's character, Sunny, gets picked up by him at a gas station after she gets thrown out of another guy's car because she won't give him head. We're just starting straight off with this.
This is the
how
first
this movie
65 seconds of the movie.
Yeah, it's pretty early on, man. Pretty early on.
The credits are still rolling when that happens, right? Like for sure.
What do you know what one of the strangest things is about this movie is the credits. I don't remember opening credits. I'm sure they were there. But the first shot, it's not like you fade in. It's not like you got 15 company logos like it is now. You didn't even get one company logo. You got a shot of snow and then a ski sliding in and a boot getting locked into the ski.
Mhm.
And let me tell you, this was so crystal clear that I actually thought it was just a modern day commercial that I somehow had gotten into the stream. And then I'm like, no, wait, this is the beginning of the movie. The movie starts with this shot. And I'm sure the credits rolled there and there was some 80s song. At one point, there's a Mitch Ryder cover of Prince's When You Were Mine playing over the soundtrack. And I was just kind of like blown away by that whole thing because I know Cyndi Lauper's version, but I didn't know Mitch Ryder had one.
I know that you're going with another guy. Don't care, 'cause I love you, baby, that's no lie. I love you more than I did when you were mine.
There's a guy skiing, then he packs up his stuff, throws it in his car, and he's about to leave, and then this girl gets thrown out of a car. Her name's Sunny. They spend the night together. There's no moves made. She wonders why he hasn't made a move. He's like, well, it wouldn't be right. And you see he's just this aw shucks kind of good old boy.
He's not a hot dog at all.
Oh, he's a hot dogger, but he's not a hot dogger. So,
gotcha. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And he's not particularly interesting, I will say.
Mm.
And the girl is abrasive and very difficult to watch. She's just distrustful. She's fiercely independent. We're not really told why. She left home because it was bad, and that's all we ever get, and it's never built upon. And it's too bad because I feel like Cheryl Smith deserved a better screenplay. Like that she could have done more here.
She was unlikely to get one from screenwriter Mike Marvin. I don't know if you've checked this guy out at all. He wrote Hot Dog: the movie.
Yes.
One episode of that Lorenzo Lamas show, Renegade, and another feature film called Maui Heat, which coin flip if that's a porno or not.
Sounds like a great film all around. I think we'll just get the Mike Marvin collection. We'll do that episode of Renegade too, just to make it for completists.
Oh, okay. So what you're proposing, just so I'm clear, is an episode where we review one episode of Renegade, a Playboy thriller, and what else?
I think that's it, right?
That's
all.
it.
That's
a whole episode.
It's a nice tight episode.
Like, okay, all right. Well, we can try it if you want.
So why you got 4 pairs of skis back there?
Skiing the World Championships freestyle at Squaw Valley. I got one for bums, one for aerials, little short ones there for ballet, and little things just plain speed.
Speed? I could use some of that.
Neither Patrick Hauser, who played Harkin, or Cheryl Smith, who played Sunny, really ended up going anywhere with their careers. But there are some people who had careers prior to even coming into this, and one of them being David Naughton from American Werewolf in London, which really, when you look at his career, that was sort of the beachhead. That was the top. He never really ever reclaimed that. Unless you're counting like Midnight Madness, where he was in it with Michael Fox, not Michael J. Fox, but Michael Fox. It's a fun movie, actually, Midnight Madness. That was before American Werewolf in London. Then he did Hot Dog the movie, and then pretty much everything else was just not great for David Naughton.
Mm-hmm.
And it's unfortunate because the guy's pretty talented. He's likable enough here. He's an alcoholic veteran skier with no backstory. So he's just drinking constantly for comedy, but it's actually kind of upsetting watching him drink all the time. It's never addressed. He just constantly wakes up with a headache, and that's it. This is not Sam Elliott from A Star is Born. This guy is a grizzled veteran who's not grizzled and is very drunk the whole time. And that's all you get.
It's not like an Animal House thing where we're just drinking to have a good time. Like Hot Dog the movie has a man just tragically drinking himself to death in this 80s sex romp.
A little bit.
So weird.
Yeah. They try to make it fun, but it's kind of sad because he has in his ski jacket.
Yeah, alcoholism's like that, I think, probably.
Let's leave David Naughton out of this, okay? Let's
move
on
his fault.
to
None of this is his fault.
Shannon Tweed as Sylvia, who was the oversexed inspector of new talent. This is just 2 years removed from her being Playboy's Playmate of the Year. And she actually brings way more charm to this role than it really deserves at all. Unfortunately, this also became the blueprint for almost all of her career. Hollywood recognized that she was beautiful and she was charismatic, and then spent the next decade plus asking her to take her clothes off in erotic thrillers instead of giving her anything more substantial to do. But hey, weirdly, she ended up dating Gene Simmons from somewhere around 1975 all the way to 2018 when they finally got married.
Yeah, it weirdly is the only way to date Gene Simmons. I'm pretty sure.
Fair enough. The director, another guy that never really amounted to much, this guy Peter Markle. He has a resume of pretty dependable working television stuff.
He's one of those episode of everything guys.
Lots of static wide shots, very routine coverage, and sex scenes that somehow manage to be both gratuitous and weirdly mechanical. Like, they are so poorly choreographed. Just rolling and lots of caressing, but it's
like they're trying to fold laundry without using their hands.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah. The director of photography on this one, his name is Paul Ryan. He does deserve some credit for this, but he really didn't do all that much either. After this is not one of those movies where we're like, oh, the director of photography is the guy that did Heat or whatever. It's nothing like that. He did have a career, but it was mostly doing like second unit photography on films.
Sure.
And so it wasn't, it was basically like this was his chance at the big time.
And it was Hot Dog the movie.
Yeah, and he ended up relegated to like B footage for the rest of his career, which, it pays the bills, I guess. But I will say that the whole opening segment where the guy's going downhill, it's impressive. What's impressive most, though, I think, is that Amazon Prime, for some reason, treated this like it is a true classic. This is a pristine. I don't know where they kept the negative for this film, but it is pristine. I think Apocalypse Now didn't look this good. Okay. It is crystal clear, in fact, that there is a love scene. Remember how earlier I said there's this idiot on the ski team who can barely function as a human being?
Yeah.
Right. This guy's in a gondola at one point, and he's sitting across from a random hot lady who decides that this guy's what she feels like doing right at that moment. So he's putting on sunblock on his nose, and he looks just ridiculous. He doesn't even know how to do that correctly. And the girl comes over and she starts making with him, and she zips down her shirt a little bit, and then she zips up his suit and then starts rubbing his stomach. And they give you a close-up of his stomach, and you see his belly button. The picture is so clear you could see belly button lint.
Wow.
I was so disturbed that I needed to make notes so that I could talk to you about it. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for 1984 belly button lint.
Where do you go from? What do you do? Where do you go from belly button lint? So I guess one of the reasons I wanted to give this to you, as much as I do love watching you like tiptoeing around reviewing the movie and continuing to out yourself as a total sex fiend. I also want to find out, like, is it still the answer for everything was it's the 80s, or was there a way for us to dig something else, anything else out of Hot Dog the movie? Or is it, well, it was the 80s. Is it still the answer for everything?
Yeah, it's still the answer for everything. I mean, there's nothing redeemable here. The fact that there's so many people on the internet that love this movie the way they do.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. There's
I had no idea.
There's plenty of fans out there. The cast has Hot Dog the movie reunions every so often.
Oh,
weirdly,
good for them.
The lead actor, Patrick Hauser, does not attend them. He sort of disappeared off the map completely. So I'm not real sure what happened to him, but I guess many of the other stars look upon this as a very favorable time in their careers, and that it was a fun and goofy thing, whatever. Yeah. I found this movie just cliche the movie, exactly as you put it. You called it so perfectly, honestly. You couldn't have picked a better bottom five for this. It is completely pedestrian in every way. It's a comedy with no laughs. It's filled with nudity and sex, none of it particularly titillating. It's got lots of cool ski stunts in it. None of them are exciting. There's nothing here worth watching.
I feel like I finally did it. I finally found a movie that is wall to wall topless women.
Mm.
And still somehow you didn't like the movie. They said it couldn't be done.
I don't like the movie. I thought that the ladies looked terrific in it.
Mm-hmm.
So they look great. There was a wet t-shirt contest. I was perfectly fine for those 2 minutes, 3 minutes, but it's just a vapid bit of entertainment that isn't even entertaining. It's just vapid.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Jason, I'm glad that my instincts were right and that Hot Dog the movie was Cliche the movie, and I teed us up perfectly for our bottom 5 movie cliches. Going into this, I thought it was important for myself to distinguish between a trope and a cliche, right?
This is so you.
I know it's important to me because a trope is like a reoccurring story device or theme or archetype that builds the narrative, right? And when those tropes become overused again and again and again and again, they become cliche.
Ah, okay.
And so there's sort of an exhaustion there, right? Tropes aren't inherently bad. They become cliches. The awkward, geeky character is a trope. But if they have the pocket protector and the glasses
with
and
the tape between it and the bridge,
they become a cliche. So
Okay,
I had to
got
kind of work that out for myself. That was important in my line of thinking.
Okay.
Maybe I have already thought more about this than I should have.
Probably.
But what was your process for bottom 5 cliches? Because I think people define them differently.
I didn't have a process. There were things that occurred to me that I hate seeing in movies, and I've seen them a lot.
Sure.
I wanted to steer clear of things that we've done before. And that was a little tricky because we did bottom 5 stereotypes already. So there was a little bit of an overlap there, or could have been.
Yep.
And then there were some things like, I think we had bottom 5 jobs or something like that. And one of the jobs that you picked was a cliche, which was the
Shanghai fruit cart vendor. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. A fruit cart vendor. Exactly. So I tried to steer clear of anything that we talked about before, but I tried to focus on things that bother me when I see them. And I've seen them a lot. That was the goal. Yeah. So with all that said, Mike, what is your number 5?
As you know, I work in healthcare.
Mm.
I know a few things. I've also been in the hospital myself, both for reasons expected and unexpected, like last November when my filthy, rotten gallbladder tried to kill me. So here's a movie cliche that drives me bananas. That's ripping out your IV to flee the hospital.
Oh my God, that's a great one. Wow.
Get out of here with that bullshit. That is a plastic tube inside your vein.
Yeah.
Just yanking it out in a frenzy would hurt like hell. You'd bleed all over the place, right? Have you ever just tried to peel surgical tape off your skin? It hurts like hell.
Yes.
Never mind just like yanking it out as you run out the hospital doors, right? When a character like jumps out of their hospital bed and yanks their IV out, I always find myself muttering like, oh, for fuck's sake. And I know it's a filmmaking shorthand, but it's only my number 5. It drives me crazy.
It's a quality one. I, for some reason, can't think of a specific movie, but I do see Arnold Schwarzenegger doing it in my head.
All of them. Oh,
I have seen it too, where they've done it and they have bled and it has hurt a lot, but not nearly as much as it should, right? Like that should really stop someone dead in their tracks. That's a good one. I like that one a lot. And it's very similar, I think, to my number 5 in that it doesn't happen in real life. That's when cars explode because physics just gave up, right? In real life, cars crash all the time without turning into fireballs. In movies, a sedan can clip a mailbox and detonate like it was transporting dynamite. The tires squeal, the car flips once, boom, mushroom cloud, right? Like all the time.
I'm not going to lie. I kind of wish that's how it worked.
I'm sure we do wish that it worked that way. I'm sure there's lots of people we'd like to see go up in a ball of flame while we're driving angrily on Route 95. But this is really all over action cinema, especially in the 80s and the 90s. Cobra is a really good example of this because that movie treats cars less like vehicles and more like disposable fireworks with steering wheels. Like you, I think explosions are exciting. But at some point, movies convinced an entire generation that every Ford Taurus was one pothole away from becoming the Hindenburg. So, at my number 5, cars exploding.
Cars exploding. Good one. Yeah, see, right? How many times? How many times? A car explode?
Right, exactly.
For my number 4, I was thinking of geeks. As I was thinking maybe about Hot Dog the movie, and made me think about Porky's and Revenge of the Nerds and all of that kind of those 80s sex comedies. It got me thinking about the geeks. The cliche I can't stand is when geeks are peeking at a woman taking her clothes off and they're all going like, ooh, ooh, ah, like they're all going like all sex nuts, like with their big bulging eyes, like, ooh. Yeah. And it's always from like over a windowsill, or they're standing behind a tree. Yes. There's usually 2 of them, which makes it worse. It's such a dumb cliche, and it's skewered perfectly in a scene in Wet Hot American Summer. That will explain everything you need to know about how I feel about geeks peeking at the naked lady.
It's good. Bluto from Animal House was really where all that truly got started. That is the sort of quintessential moment. I had a film that I directed and wrote called The Sandy Robot Ninja Hook Lingerie Beach House Party Massacre. And in that, we sent up that entire thing where we had a guy climb up a ladder and look through, and the girls knew he was there. So they all start dancing seductively with each other as if they're going to do something really exciting, and then they don't. And I think he ends up falling like Bluto did and or something like that. I don't know. But
you don't send a geek up to the top of a ladder if you don't push him off the ladder. Everybody knows that.
Right, exactly. He was a jock, but okay.
No. For me, it's all of the like big acting where you know that the actors were not playing opposite actual naked ladies. Like these are different. So they're acting like a little bit too big, and you can tell that they're gesticulating for the camera, but there's no real naked ladies around.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's so bad. It's so bad. So that was my number 4.
Quality pick. Love it. My number 4 is just one word. Enhance.
Oh.
I want to be fair here. Okay. Blade Runner gets away with this because it's science fiction, and the photo analysis scene actually fits the world of the movie. Deckard isn't just yelling at a JPEG. He's using futuristic tech in a futuristic movie. Cool.
Sure.
All right. That's fine.
Yeah.
But once spy thrillers and cop movies got a hold of this idea, it became one of the dumbest miracles in cinema. Someone pulls up security footage from a gas station camera, zooms in 800%, says enhance, and suddenly they can read the reflection of a license plate in someone's cornea. It's always the same rhythm, too. Can you zoom in? Enhance. Closer. Enhance. Can you rotate the image? Rotate the image? It's a flat photograph, Gary. Right?
What's that? Tighten up on that wheel. Can you enhance that? Sharpen it up?
Movies like Patriot Games, Rising Sun, and Enemy of the State live in the zone where surveillance technology is treated like a genie. The computer doesn't process information. It grants wishes, and it turns the pixels into a plot. That is my number 4.
That's only your number 4? It's so good. Enhance could easily be a number 1. That's great. Well done. My number 3, man... Fuck your enormous family breakfast with a giant pitcher of orange juice on the table. No, like on some random workday in the middle of the week. And then some asshole is like, sorry, Mom, and runs out the door with just half a piece of toast hanging out of their mouth. I have a lot of problems here, right? First off, No one is making this goddamn feast like we're in the halls of Valhalla on a Monday morning. I grew up in a family of 6, Jason. Okay.
Oh, wow.
6 people with a stay-at-home mom. There was no enormous family breakfast every day. First, you'd go bankrupt trying to feed your family that way. And second off, it was like the Thunderdome in my house. You were lucky if it was your turn to have milk in your cereal that day. Never mind just a giant stack of pancakes and a tray of bacon. But like, sure, let's pretend for a second that mom did lay out the first Thanksgiving for breakfast every day, right? Do you know how much work that would take to do all of that, right?
Brutal.
If you tried rushing out of the house with just a slice of toast in your mouth after all of that work, my mother would have tossed my ungrateful ass down a flight of stairs.
For
right?
sure.
So not only is the giant breakfast a stupid movie cliche, but rushing out of the house without eating it pushes the whole thing into bottom 5 territory for me. It's my number 3.
For sure. And boy, do you see it a lot.
Oh, all the time.
So many times. No, I'll just take this. Can you imagine the mother? Oh my God.
Yeah. My
mother would have disowned me.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
My God.
Yeah. Fortunately, there was never going to be a chance that I was the guy rushing out of the house with just a piece of toast. Like Mike was putting those eggs away.
Exactly. My number 3, I'm calling it the missing 12-second explanation.
Mm-hmm.
This is when a movie needs another 20 minutes of conflict. So one character either refuses to explain something, refuses to listen to an explanation, or storms away before anyone can finish the sentence that would end the movie right there. So you don't understand, then explain it. I can't. Why not? You've been standing here arguing for 4 minutes. Romantic comedies absolutely love this shit. Hitch may be one of my favorite examples because Sarah discovers Will Smith is the mysterious date doctor and assumes he helped some sleazebag seduce and dump her friend. Mm-hmm. Except Hitch has specifically refused to help the guy because he knew he was a sleazebag. Sarah doesn't know that, destroys his reputation anyway, and this is important. She is a fucking reporter.
We gotcha.
Apparently, the one thing this investigative journalist forgot to investigate was the entire reason she was angry. Notting Hill does it twice. At one point, Hugh Grant overhears Julia Roberts dismissing him to another actor and just leaves, only to learn later that she was trying to protect their relationship from a gossip. Shrek practically builds its entire third act around it. Shrek overhears Fiona talking about how nobody could love something so hideous and ugly, assumes she means him, gets pissed off, and never asks the obvious question. She was talking about herself. One sentence fixes fucking everything. But my favorite may be Twilight, New Moon. Edward calls Bella's house. Jacob says her father is, quote, at the funeral, and Edward immediately assumes Bella is dead, hangs up, flies to Italy to commit suicide. One question. Whose funeral? That's it. Whole climax gone. And that's this cliche in its purest form. The audience knows exactly what would solve the problem. The characters probably know what would solve the problem, but the screenplay needs another 20 minutes, so everyone temporarily loses the ability to communicate like a functioning human being. It's not drama. It's a restraining order placed on basic conversation. That is my number 3.
Wow. Yeah, just ask a question. Oh, man. Well, for my number 2, I'm sure I'm not alone with this one.
Okay.
This one's a real groaner. It's finding the keys inside the car you're about to steal.
Oh my God, it's always in the visor.
Are we learning yet?
Get lost with this nonsense. Yeah, right. You're on the run from cops or spies or aliens or the mafia or whatever the hell it is, right? And just seconds before that thing catches up to you, you find the keys in the visor or just sitting in the ignition. This has happened in real life, Jason, 0 times.
Yeah.
Never in the history of anywhere have people just stuck the keys under the visor, especially before keyless entry, right? Like there was a time when locking your keys in the car was a very real possibility and also the world's most tremendous pain in the ass, right?
True.
So no one is just leaving the key inside the car. And you can try to convince me that that's the spare key, right? But you could also try to convince me that Elvis is still alive and married to Bigfoot, and I'm not going to believe that either. How many movie heroes have we seen narrowly escape because of this dumb cliche? I just saw the other day, Disclosure Day.
Oh, yeah?
Unfortunately, this cliche is alive and well.
Oh, my God. At a certain point, it was almost like 555 to me.
Right.
It was one of those things where in the movies, this is what happens, right? Like everybody's number is 555. Everybody stores keys
in the visor,
in their visor. But in real life, none of that is
It's
real.
in like one weird little timeline just off our timeline where the only difference is storing keys in your visor.
Quality pick, Mike. I like it a lot.
Thank you.
This is shaping up to be one of our best, I think. My number 2, coughing equals death.
Oh, the cough. We all know now.
It's one of the greatest pieces of movie shorthand ever invented. A character coughs once and the audience immediately starts measuring them for a coffin. Right? Like,
yes.
And if they cough into a handkerchief, forget it. If they open that handkerchief and there's a little spot of blood, that character has maybe 12 minutes left.
Right.
Unless they're in a 3-hour prestige drama, in which case they'll bravely deteriorate until award season. Right.
There's only ever been one film brave enough to overcome this, you know.
Yeah, which one?
Zoolander.
I think I'm getting the black lung, Bob. It's not very well ventilated down there.
For Christ's sake, Derek, you've been down there one day. Talk to me in 30 years.
That's right. This goes way, way back, especially in period dramas where tuberculosis was basically the official disease of tragic beauty. Moulin Rouge leans all the way into this with Satine. Tombstone gives us Doc Holliday with that death-warmed over cough as part of this whole haunted gunslinger thing. Even President Snow in the later Hunger Games movies gets the ominous blood cough because nothing says this man's reign is ending like dabbing your mouth and discovering the plot. And it's never just a cough. Nobody in movies ever has allergies or dry air or a Triscuit caught wrong. No, if you cough in a movie, you're either dying, concealing that you're dying, or about to tell someone it's nothing, which means you're super dying. So that is my number 2, the cough.
If you have any information concerning my daughter, please share it.
That Jack Sparrow. He talked about the Black Pearl.
Mentioned it is more what he did.
Ask him where it is. Make a deal with him. He can lead us to it.
No. The pirates who invaded this fort left Sparrow locked in his cell. Ergo, they are not his allies. Governor, we will establish their most likely course. And...
That's not good enough!
Jason, my number 1 movie cliche. Stabbing maps. Oh, yeah. Just stabbing maps. Oh, man. Yep. You discovered the enemy's location. You came up with a secret, brilliant plan to defeat them in battle. And to really emphasize how serious you are, at the end of your conversation, you grab a dagger and you stab it into the map right where they are. Right?
Oh, God.
Jason, this is bullshit. Nobody's stabbing maps. You just ruined a perfectly good map, right? First off, we're talking ancient Greece. Those were the papyrus days, and that shit wasn't cheap, right? I looked it up. Modern paper wasn't invented for another 2,000 years. They were using imported papyrus. So back then, just stabbing maps would be like jamming a knife into your own iPad. Like, right? You'd lose your shit if somebody else did that to you, right? And you'd certainly never do it to yourself, no matter how excited you were about anything, right? I swear to God, if Christopher Nolan this summer gives us
he will.
The Odyssey and there's somebody stabbing maps, I am gonna lose my shit right in that theater. I'm calling it now. Start getting my bail money together. It's gonna happen, right? But even in modern day, when maps are fairly cheap, right? Like if I had a map spread out on my table and was like, aha, there's Six Flags, we're gonna go conquer the Jersey Devil coaster or whatever, right? Yeah. And then you grabbed a giant knife and stabbed the map on me, right? I'd be like, dude, what did you just do? Did you stab a knife into my brand new farmhouse table? Like, that cost $800 at Bernie and Phil's, and now there's a knife in it. I don't care how excited you are about finding the Six Flags, right? Like, so nobody's out there just fucking stabbing maps, but in every movie, if there's a map, you better believe it's getting stabbed. So that's it. Stabbing maps.
Tom Holland's definitely going to stab a map in the Odyssey. No question. Right after he says, my dad's coming home.
Right. Somebody's stabbing a map. Let's play a game when we watch that movie. We're going to start a stopwatch and see how many minutes after my dad's coming home it is before a map gets stabbed. Yeah. This might just be a me thing, but you'll never not see it ever again.
I think that's one that I've seen plenty of times. So I don't think it's just you. My number one is probably my biggest pet peeve in cinema and may not quite be a cliche, although I think it is. And I've always wanted to talk about it on the show.
Oh, good.
This is flashbacks or video recordings that are literally just footage from the movie. Or if it's a sequel, footage from the first movie. So it drives me insane.
Footage from the first movie.
Right. A character remembers something, and instead of showing memory in a subjective or interesting way, the movie just replays the exact scene we already watched. Same angles, same edits, same dramatic close-ups, sometimes even scenes the character wasn't present for.
You're describing Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm also describing Friday the 13th Part 2.
Yes.
So it's the same kind of thing.
Oh, man, that's so good.
How are you remembering the reverse shot, Steve? Were you hiding inside the camera? Like, how?
And of course, that is almost always a money thing, right? Like this production
it's 100%. It's cheaper. We're going to get to the runtime sooner. It's a feature-length film if it's 90 minutes.
But we don't have to shoot a bunch of footage.
No, especially Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, which was basically, 30% the first movie?
Yes.
So, yeah. But Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, may be my favorite example because Kirk watches a security recording that somehow includes footage from Star Trek 2 shot from the actual movie's dramatic camera angles. Okay. Starfleet security cameras apparently had better coverage than Spielberg. What the fuck?
Does he tell it to enhance? I need to know. Does he tell it to enhance?
He didn't say it enhance. No, he didn't. But that would have been great if he did.
A real double stack.
This is the king of lazy cinematic memory. It's not just reminding the audience what happened. It's the movie turning to us and saying, remember that scene? Here it is again. We already paid for it.
It's like a coupon. You're getting a coupon in this new movie.
It doesn't merely break reality. It breaks the idea that memory, surveillance, perspective, editing, and common sense are separate things. So that's my number one.
You had a fabulous list. I'm going to be thinking about enhance for a while. You had a good day at the office when your number 4 was already my favorite thing. I'm impressed.
That's great. That's great.
This kind of topic is the thing that I feel like a lot of movie geeks have hot takes on, right? Everybody's got their favorite bad movie cliche, whatever that is. I would love to hear from our listeners and find out what theirs are, because I'm sure they're hilarious. So I would love if you have a movie cliche that just drives you nuts. drop us a line, send us a voicemail, whatever. Don't stab any papyrus to make it happen, preferably, but we'd love to hear what your bottom 5 movie cliches are. That's Mike at filmjitsu.net or Jay at filmjitsu.net.
Well, it's that time in the show again where Mike and I enter the cinematic arena of battle, and that is Dueling Double Bills. We are presented with 2 randomly generated titles that are somewhat linked to either the main review or the bottom 5, and then Mike and I must make double bills, or what are called double features, out of those selected titles. We'll then argue about it, see who did better, and somewhere down the line, maybe we'll do something with all of this information. But until then, we'll just keep playing the game. Are we ready to fire up the machine, Mike?
Always.
Always? Ready to go?
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
been hot. We left it out in the sun. We felt like we got it all nice and oiled up,
Nice
ready
and
to roll.
Yeah, nice and toasty. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and run it. There we go. It's looking good. We're going to fire it up. And our first film, it's looking like it's coming. Ooh, that's a weird noise. All right. And it crapped out.
You son
and it just died. I think Hot Dog the movie broke it, Mike. It's just not coming up with anything right now. Can you imagine if Dueling Double Bill just couldn't happen because the movie generator just stopped working?
Stopped working.
I think we left it in the sun too long. All right, we're going to see what the machine comes up with here. And we've got... Oh, man, be happy. Mike, the machine has thrown you a bone this evening.
Okay.
Son of a bitch. Top Gun.
Oh, okay.
Wow. I cannot believe it.
Really?
Top Gun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, what's there to say about Top Gun, really? The first thing I think of is Val Kilmer is
Iceman. He's Iceman.
Val Kilmer's Iceman.
Val Kilmer
then
is
who's
Iceman.
Goose. That's right. Anthony Edwards is Goose.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, and then of course Tom Cruise is Maverick. James Tolkien is the screaming bald guy.
Mm-hmm. In
and
everything.
Tom Skerritt.
Yep.
Is in there too. It's a good cast. It's a shitty movie. I'm sorry to say.
Huh. Well,
because I cannot stand that movie.
It's good to know that sometimes you can just be all the way wrong. That's good. and you know what? You're not invited to my double bill. So there you go.
All right. Let's see what we got as a second film. And we're going with Hot Fuzz, which is a neat take on things, right? Filled with cliches, but knowingly. That's the Edgar Wright film starring Simon Pegg. That's a fun flick, a good one. It makes fun of movies like Lethal Weapon, etc. I actually liked it.
I think it's great.
It's funny. I didn't like it when I first saw it. I saw it in the theater and I didn't care for it. I always feel like some of those Edgar Wright, Simon Pegg movies are better the second time I see them. Mm-hmm. Like At World's End was the same way. Although I did love Shaun of the Dead right away when I first saw it. Hot Fuzz and Top Gun, which honestly, the two of them together, once again, I feel as though the random movie generator might be really good at just designing its own double features, probably better than we are. I feel like one's comprised of cliches and the other one is sort of celebrating them, right? In a way.
Yeah.
I'm struggling here. Top Gun. I always go with the first thing that I think of, so I'm going to have to go with it. And then, yeah, I really love my second one. I would be surprised if we don't actually have the same movie chosen for Hot Fuzz.
We say that all the time.
I know we do.
I think you're right.
You do, right? Don't you?
Could be. I don't know. We'll see.
All right, we'll see. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
What did you pair with Top Gun, Mike?
I went hard to work on this one by knowing. Oh, yeah. I thought long and hard about it because I wanted to have an absolutely bulletproof answer, and I feel like I've done it. I decided, coming right off of the 4th of July, I'm going to lean all in on the red, white, and blue, right?
Okay.
And I'm going to pair Top Gun with maybe the only other movie that could be more inspirational than all of that. 1983's The Right Stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Top Gun and The Right Stuff, baby.
I might actually go see that.
See? Hot dogs in the lobby, right?
Yeah.
That's where it's at,
say
man.
Red Dawn.
Oh, also great. Also great.
I think Top Gun and Red Dawn would have been
I
pretty
decided
good.
I decided to go for the real like bravura spirit of the whole thing, and I wanted to go big and bold and Top Gun and The Right Stuff.
Yeah,
Sam Shepard, Ed Harris, Barbara Hershey.
Oh, she's so good. They're all so good in it. It's brilliantly directed by Philip Kaufman. That is a absolutely wonderful film. It has one of the best music scores ever.
Of all time.
I think I'm going to concede this immediately.
Yeah.
I think it's such an amazing choice. I can't possibly beat it. Mine is laughable comparatively, but it is exactly right. I'm not wrong at all with what I chose. It's just not as good. And it's Top Gun and Days of Thunder. Because Days of Thunder is Top Gun, except in race cars, right? You had the same thing with the tragic death and like the cocky hero and the new love interest. Was it Nicole Kidman in Days of Thunder?
It's like the Airwolf to Michael Knight's Knight Rider is what it is.
But I mean, they are so similar that it's almost too much, I think. So I love the theme that you put around Top Gun and The Right Stuff. I'm giving it to you. There's no argument here whatsoever. You are a true champion.
Thank you, sir.
What did you do for Hot Fuzz?
This was maybe the fastest I've ever arrived at an answer. I don't think there could be another answer. It's Naked Gun.
Oh, yeah.
I'm absolutely Hot Fuzz and Naked Gun, right? That it's gotta be for me. It's all of a piece, right? From the files.
It's true. It is. Yeah, it is.
You know,
it's good.
It's the same kind of thing. And it's an evolution of a certain kind of comedy, right?
Well, the thing about Hot Fuzz was that it treats everything almost completely seriously. It's not joking around.
Right.
It knows it's funny.
Yeah.
But it does it in a very straight face.
Straight face, like Leslie Nielsen in Naked Gun, baby.
Oh, he does not. That's just pure parody. Whereas something like, I don't know, Scream actually is very much in the same vein as Hot Fuzz, but to a different genre. Very serious, explores and celebrates all the tropes, but tells a real story as maybe absurd as it might be. Obviously, Hot Fuzz is more absurd. It almost is the middle ground between something like Naked Gun and Scream.
Sure.
But I love the idea of having two genres that are celebrated for their cliches and lovingly, and they're good movies in their own right. That's what I love about them.
I'm going to be honest. You didn't have me won over on this at all until 5 seconds ago when you're right. I think you actually really stuck the landing there. I was not buying what you were selling entirely, but you're right. They are celebrating their cliches in a really intentional way. And I can't dispute it really. It's more of
Naked Gun makes fun of it.
Yeah.
And I feel as though both Hot Fuzz and Scream are more of, we like this, even though it's dumb or whatever. And then they tell an earnest story, as absurd as they may be.
You won me over, sir.
Hey, all right. We split once again. Whew, that shows that we are pretty equally matched, sir. That this is truly a battle of the wits.
I hope so, because it feels like you're like 3 points ahead of me or something. I'm pretty sure.
I'm having a good year this year. It's true. It's because it's all the boobs that we've been bringing into things.
That's true. I should have thought of that. That wasn't a great move on my part.
I'm going to bring in more decapitations for you. And then
Thanks.
Mike, some podcasts, they celebrate recurring traditions with holiday specials and listener mail, right? And sometimes we do that too.
Sure.
We also have whatever this is. Somewhere along the way, I accidentally started giving you Meryl Streep movies every year.
Right.
And it has become less of a programming decision and more of a psychological experiment.
Okay.
The problem is that you never get The Deer Hunter. You don't get Kramer versus Kramer.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get The Devil Wears Prada. But instead, you get forced into these like lower tier Meryl Streep movies.
Uh-huh.
Stuff like She-Devil and, Out of Africa. Movies that leave you bewildered and perhaps wondering, is Meryl Streep maybe not that good after all? You once floated a conspiracy theory that maybe I'm doing this on purpose, that maybe every time Meryl Streep comes up, I deliberately assign you another one of her projects that aged like cottage cheese in the sun.
Yeah.
So you'll end up sounding like the one guy on earth who thinks America's most celebrated actress has a resume full of disasters.
Right. Right.
Well, the funny thing is that may be what I'm doing.
And because the other thing you do is then put me in a scenario where I have to record myself saying, well, Meryl Streep, I know she's really good, but yeah.
However, you did like Mamma Mia, so perhaps this experiment already produced some unexpected results.
Mm-hmm.
Which brings us to this year's Streepening. At the height of his success in 1999, fresh off reinventing horror with Scream, which we just discussed, Wes Craven decided to cash in every ounce of goodwill he'd earned to make the movie he'd always wanted to make. Music of the Heart. No slashers, no nightmares, no Ghostface, just violins, inspirational speeches, Gloria Estefan, and yeah, the one and only Meryl Streep. This was Craven's dream project. He was working with the Weinsteins, and he had a 3-picture deal, 2 of which had to be horror movies, and one of which he called a petticoat project. This was that project. Continues to stand as one of the strangest left turns a major horror director has ever taken. So, is this another annual attempt to sabotage your relationship with Meryl Streep? Or have I finally found the one forgotten Streep film that deserves to be rediscovered? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's on our next episode. How you feeling, Mike?
I think that you have now accidentally made me a Wes Craven completionist. I think this was probably the one thing you made that was holding me back from saying I collected the set. Well, we can check this one off the list now. Cool. This is going to be tough because I know what you want me to do is go all in on the Streepness of this, but I am already so obsessed with the Wes Craven thing that I don't know if it's going to even register to me that Meryl is in the movie. But there's really only one way to tell. I guess I'm going to have to watch Music of the Heart.
And the only possible bottom 5 that we could have with something like Music of the Heart is bottom 5 musicians.
Oh, yeah.
Bottom 5 people who play instruments in movies, whether it be that they're poor at playing the instrument,
or
that they just are really bad at pretending to play the instrument, or that they are simply playing terrible music, or it could be any number of ways to look at that.
Can I just say Gene Simmons 5 times, though?
I don't think so, no.
No, okay. So it's got to be a character.
When he acts, he doesn't act as a musician typically. So no, so I don't think you're going to get away with that one. No.
All right.
You're going to have to do some real work.
Yeah, I want to take any opportunity I can to put Gene Simmons on a bottom 5 list. So that's...
I get it. I get it.
All right. Well, bottom 5 musicians. I think I understand what you're looking for there. I have actually a few rattling around in the old bean right now, but I'm going to push those guys to the side so that I can make room for Music of the Heart. Thanks so much for that. I can't wait to watch the film, but I hope everybody will come back to listen to me cry about it, which I will most certainly do on our next episode. But until then, we have been your hosts. I am Mike.
And I am Jay.
And we'll see you next time.
Stalno mislim na te, hoću znat sve kate, vježbat ću sate i sate. Karate, vježbat ću dok zadnji mi kjaj zostane izađe.
Well done.
I don't know what else to say. It's so sad because I love boobs so much, but there was just not, I was surprised by how much there was there, you know? There were so many boobs.
Just use that. That's it. That's how I was surprised. Oh.